Okay. Hey everybody, JM Manion here at the MPC Photo Gym, and we're winding down here with our Road 2 series, and I'm here with IFBB Pro Men's Physique.
Johnathan Jimenez, aka Johnny Swole.
And no one even knows your last name. They don't know Johnny Swole, they're not going to know.
Right.
I think we have to change it on the score sheet. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to be Johnny Swole, or, you know.
Well, I think that's it.
There you go.
Right. So Johnny is here in Pittsburgh for the very first time to do his Road to the IFBB Pittsburgh Pro. All right. So how excited are you to be here?
Well, I'm very excited. I'm like a kid in the candy store. The machines here are amazing. A lot of history in these machines, including the DY Road, aka Dorian Yates Y Road.
Yeah, he's the only person in all of the filming as we're winding down these Road 2 series. You're the first person out of 30-some people that I filmed for this that knew what that machine is right off the bat. Yes. The actual name of it.
That's right, because I use it.
Yeah.
That's why. It's definitely a good machine. So much history here, you guys. This was a huge blessing to be here. Thank you, JM. I appreciate it, and looking forward to, get a good workout in here,
Yeah, yeah.
So it's exciting.
All right, so Johnny came from the West Coast.
Yes, California.
Okay, so right now you have basically traveled the farthest of everybody.
Have I?
Yes.
Sweet. Cool.
Yeah, this is it.
It's worth it, you guys. Pittsburgh's where it's at. It's where I turned pro last year, and it's beautiful.
Let them know what contest you turned pro at.
North Americans.
That's
North
it.
Americans. Did all 3 divisions. Did bodybuilding, men's physique, classic. I was originally a classic physique competitor. Bodybuilder, started at light heavyweight. And since North Americans allowed 3 of the divisions to do
Right.
it, I said, what the heck? I'd rather take all 3 of my chances.
Right.
Something's got to give. So men's physique it was. And your ultimate question is, what is it? If I knew now what I knew then or something?
Yes.
If I knew now that I should have done men's physique 3 years ago, I would have done it a long time ago.
Right.
So I just did it last year for the first time and turned pro, and I was blown away because I was like, oh my God, I should have been doing men's physique a long time
But
ago.
the funny thing is, because I've seen you compete over the years,
Yeah.
but now that you're saying it, I kind of just, now I'm remembering, yeah, you didn't do men's physique before.
No.
Now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking of you in the black trunks, right? Everything's all it's just literally rolled into my head right now. I'm like, okay, wow, okay, yeah, now, I've known you for a while, but now I'll just, wow, yeah, my head's just going, boop.
Yeah, I started bodybuilding in 2008. I did my first bodybuilding show, and I started as a light heavyweight bodybuilder before men's physique, before bikini,
right.
And the sport has evolved so much, JM. And when classic physique came around, I knew that I had a future because I was like, I didn't want to be 300 pounds off season.
Right.
It was hard for me to build muscle, right?
Right.
So I was just kind of like, what, classic physique seems more my style.
Right.
The posing, the flexing, the whole artistic of it was just, I was blown away. Frank Zane, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Leland Brada, all these great posers just inspired me,
Right.
Schwarzenegger. So when classic physique came around, I was like, man, I have to do classic, And so I've been doing national shows for 3 years consistently. I did Miami, I did Universe, I did USA's, and then did North Americans last year. And I honestly was just gonna do classic physique.
Right.
And I told my coach, I'm like, hey man, what do you think if I should do bodybuilding and men's physique? He's like, I don't know about men's physique. I'm used to seeing you in classic posing. I was like, come on, something's gotta give. I'm so desperate to turn pro, It's been like 15 years in the making. This is my dream,
Yeah.
I wanna become an IFBB pro. And last year came to Pittsburgh on a pandemic.
Yes.
What the heck,
I mean, to be honest, my father wanted to make sure this show really happened.
Yeah.
We had the Junior USA, but also the fact that it was in Pittsburgh, home of the MPC, home of the IFBB Professional League, but we also had 2 other countries coming in.
Yeah. It was definitely.
So one of the reasons why we didn't move it outside of the county that we're in, Allegheny County, who, I won't say what jerks they were, because we don't want to put that on film.
Right.
But,
You like jerks.
the reason we were in a tent is because of Allegheny County.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
different.
And we only found that out the Friday before the contest started on Wednesday.
Because it was originally supposed to be in the venue, right?
Yes.
With limited or no fans.
The limited, you were gonna have limited.
That's right.
Listen, if you left Allegheny County, going to the surrounding counties and stuff,
Yeah.
you would pretty much have almost a full audience.
Mm.
And they locked Allegheny County down.
Got you.
Right.
But we didn't have any audience that day, did we? It was just the judges. So it was
Nope.
different, you guys. I mean,
There was supposed to be an audience even outside, and then the Allegheny County again
yeah.
swooped in. So the tent that you saw was really only half of what we originally,
Intended to have.
that we rented.
Oh,
We still had to pay for it even though we didn't use it.
yeah.
So if you remember, the parking lot was like this,
Yeah.
and the tent was right here.
Right.
The tent was supposed to be the whole length of that parking lot.
Oh, crap. It was half of that.
That wasn't even half.
It was,
It was in a third of it, basically going this way, and then you had all that open space over here, if you remember.
yeah, it was like
Remember
about
how far away that building was?
1,500 square feet maybe, right?
That's how long that tent was supposed to be.
Jeez.
The tent was supposed to be over double the size that it was.
They screwed us up.
Yes.
They screwed us up.
It was an experience, though.
It was. I mean, let me tell
The
you.
stage inside, you couldn't tell the difference, right?
No, I mean, it was all well planned. Coming out to no fans was strange, just to see the judges. I was just thankful to go pro, to be honest, but I was really, really looking forward to taking pictures with him in the overall, for the class winners. That didn't happen, unfortunately, but I was
It
kind
just,
of
yeah, the way,
but we're here today, so.
this is the reason he's actually here today. So listen, we couldn't do the pictures because of the way everything ran.
Yeah.
And we talked, and I'm like, listen, when he said he was there, I said, come to Pittsburgh, come to the gym, we'll do this.
I didn't think about it twice, you guys. I just booked my flight, my hotel. I was like, I'll be there.
And the strange thing was, that was the first of two contests within 3 weeks of each other that I photographed in a tent.
Really?
The NPCI IFBB Pro Tahoe show.
Oh, and then the other one was which one?
That was it, the North American and the Tahoe show.
Those are
were
the only two shows?
3 weeks apart, and we were on a tent on the 18th hole of a golf course, because they had to find a flat space.
Yeah.
So literally, you know how the 18th hole was actually the largest of all of them, right? Of all the grades.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that's
half of that.
They had to put the tent on top of that.
Oh, man. It was definitely an experience, but I'm just thankful that, hey, 2020 rolled around. You guys were able to still put on a show for us, so I'm definitely thankful and appreciative for that. And 2021, now I'm an IFBB Pro and here to compete in Pittsburgh Pro next Friday. I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is definitely a dream come true.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We are right now literally 11 days away for you.
Came by so fast.
Yes.
It's too fast. But
I swear I remember us texting and talking about coming here. It seems like it was like 2 weeks ago, right?
No, that was like 3-4 months ago.
I know, but it just, like you said, it just went so quick.
The way I see it is I don't count the months, I go by the weeks. So typically if I was like 10 weeks out, I say I have 10 chest workouts,
Right.
10 back workouts. So I try to make sure that I make every workout count
Right.
to the day of the show. So, but yeah, 11 days, shoot, I'm excited. This is my first Pittsburgh Pro show and turn pro North American. So it's gonna be an experience. This is a big show, really big show.
Now, this contest, we have,
Yeah.
of course, the returning, defending, three-time champion, Raymond Edmonds.
Yes,
Okay, and there's only been 4 men that have won the Pittsburgh Pro.
okay,
Mark Anthony won the first 2.
yeah.
Ryan Terry, George Brown, Raymond.
Raymond.
George Brown's coming back.
Can I be that rookie to take
Can
it
you?
this year? We'll
So
see.
we've got 2 former champions now in this contest.
George and Raymond.
Yes,
And I heard they're coming this Thursday, right?
yes they are.
Would have been dope to hang out with those guys, but hey, I'll see them next Friday. So
Right.
we'll be competing against each other, and it's all love, man. Those guys are great. They're great champions. Raymond is a great guy. I just found out what YAM stands for. I thought it was yams, literally the yams you eat, but it was...
Don't tell them, let them figure it
Yeah,
out.
you guys can figure that out. Just
Go to
I
Raymond's
figured it
pages and figure it out.
out. But that was brilliant, Raymond. Good stuff, man. And George Brown, crap, I can't...
I said George Brown, because he's always I just went like this, like, I didn't even think about it.
I do that too. I go, you know, it's a classic, you know, because it really shows the shoulders, you know, the chest.
What also shows I know George way too long that I automatically.
You just do it, huh? Degeneration X. Too much fun.
Oh my God,
man.
that's so funny.
I love it. So I'm excited, man. JM, I'm really excited to step on stage with one of the greatest competitors that the IFBB has to offer. To me, I'm very competitive myself. Of course, I'm going to give it 100% on every day that I train. I'm sure they are too.
Right.
And, you know, let the best man win that day, you know?
Listen, I mean, the thing that I like about this is that nobody is afraid to come here and compete. Because you want to compete against the best. And this is in every division.
Right.
Okay? Now, of course, the wellness is its own thing because it's the first time. But, you know, I'm assuming you might have seen on Saturday, I had the girl sign the contract. She's actually the 20th.
15. Oh, you got your
20. She's number 20. Yes.
Heck yeah.
Frida Paulson. Thank you.
That's right. I love it. His ambition, man. He said he wanted to get 20, so you got him.
Yes.
I love it.
20 IFBB Pro Wellness.
Sheesh.
Yes.
That's going to be awesome. The first time, huh?
Yes.
Oh, man.
It's the first, as I tell you, the first truly international pro wellness show we've had. Because each one has been basically almost country specific. Because when we had the Tampa Pro, the first one, it was just American competitors. We had the one at the NPC European, it was European specific. Had Romania, it was kind of like that part specific. They had the one in Brazil, it was 10 Brazilian competitors. So this is the first time where we have people from over the world. And yes, we do have the South American women, we do have the Brazilian women in the contest.
Bring it, ladies.
What's funny is I've talked to so many of the men's physique pros that are coming in.
Yeah.
And a bunch of the pro bikini kids are coming in, and they're all like, yeah, we're glad we're first last, so we get to watch wellness because it's in the middle. Because it goes men's physique, class physique, wellness, figure, bikini.
Oh, they go last.
Yes, and you go first. So, but they're like, oh, so we'll definitely both be done.
Yeah.
Or they'll be done and they'll be waiting because they have the buffer with figure.
Oh, so they get to watch the show.
They'll both be able to watch. I've never seen a contest where the other pro competitors are that jacked and excited to watch a division.
It's definitely a division to watch, you guys. The women in wellness are just something else, and it's a beautiful thing because each division has their physique, body type, and wellness is definitely something different that I've ever seen in my whole life. Very inspiring, though. Very inspiring.
Right. And as I say, we literally have the best of the best being here.
And like Michael Jordan said, to be the best, you got to beat the best. So,
yes. And that applies to your division too.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here.
I mean, we've got several top 10 Olympians from the Men's Physique Olympia. They're going to be here.
That's right. And you know.
But you know what?
Yeah.
If you don't go for it, right?
You never know.
Listen, everyone's coming here to win.
That's right.
As I said, they're all trying to stop the Ray train.
Oh yeah. After this show, I mean, whatever happens, I'm trying to hit all the tier 1 shows. The next stop will be New York Pro, Chicago Pro, and hopefully Arnold Classic if it happens.
We don't know.
Right?
Well, there's nothing set for that at this point.
But that's definitely a show I would want to hit too. But Pittsburgh Pro is my #1 radar show, then New York Pro, and then Chicago Pro. I did Chicago Pro last year. That was a good experience.
Right.
50 plus competitors. It was like, oh my God, more than a national show.
Yeah, because I remember when Tyler, Gary, Bill Sibilli, and I flew in from the Masters Nationals, remember?
Yeah.
Because the Masters Nationals went from check-in Sundays contest
And
Monday
then
through
the
Thursday,
week.
and then we went from Thursday night after the finals, we flew from Orlando up to Atlanta. For the Chicago Pros in Atlanta, just like it is this year, just like New York Pros back in Tampa again.
That's
because
right.
things
2 weeks later, right?
Yeah.
So you were a busy man.
Oh yeah. Actually, I had come from Texas from the Battle in the Desert, so.
I was there too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we talked there. But I'm saying there was so I had that, it was like almost, I think, 11, 12 days where I wasn't home.
Oh, I remember that. You were just, I was like,
3
man,
states, you know.
You're the man, JM. Honestly,
So.
I don't know how you do it, but you do it. But I know you do it well. So
I'm on automatic.
I love it. Like you said, Manion.
Yeah, manual. Yeah. But I think I go into an automatic mode.
Automatic mode, but he goes manually and
Right.
he kicks ass, guys. So this is the guy right here that you want to shoot with, have your pictures taken by. Every shot you've taken of me are shots that I'm like, yes, this is a dope shot. So, because he said that he does more of a manual every shot, so he catches literally every transition. So, I mean, I don't know if it's because I hold each pose for about 3 seconds, but you get it on the coffee, man, right on the shot. Because there's never one shot that you get that I'm like this, with my eyes closed or turning or anything like that. It's just perfectly set. So all these years of experience you've been shooting.
Yeah, I'm going into year 36 right now. June will be 36 years. 36
years of you photography,
Professional photography, yes.
15 years for me bodybuilding. So 15 and 36.
Yeah.
Whew, that's some good dance moves right there.
Yeah. Well, there's no music here, so we.
Nah,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. Like, we cliche pretty well, you know. Like when you're shooting, I'm on the stage posing. So a photographer
And the other thing is, kids, what you see is what you get, because I don't edit those pictures. I can show them to you on the back of the camera, and you can look at them online, and they're the exact same thing.
Exactly. He doesn't edit anything. He doesn't filter anything. So for anybody that likes filters, figure it out in your own time. But he's all.
Yeah,
see what you get.
I've literally had competitors tell me the reason they don't like my pictures is because I don't edit them.
What?
Because they want to be able to change the colors, they want to
No,
put
hell no.
filters on, and I'm
Keep
like,
that non-filtered, you know. I like my pictures non-filtered, to be
Right.
honest. I think the rawer the better, you know.
yeah, I've spoken to a couple different places and like to athletes and stuff,
Yeah.
and I go, whatever you think you saw on social media, especially Instagram,
Sure.
I go, all of a sudden you're going to be next to that person and go, oh wait, that's you? Because I didn't recognize you without the filter. You're not what I thought you were.
Yeah.
Right?
So social media can be deceiving you guys. Don't believe everything social media puts out. And
I've done it. I've looked at somebody and I'm like, they look familiar, but that's because you're looking at them for real.
yeah, exactly. So from person to pictures, there's a big difference, guys.
I've literally had judges, and I get this. I cannot guess. It is a compliment.
Yeah.
I'm not always the great at saying. They tell me they can actually. I've been told numerous times that, and I know this is self-pandering. I'm the only photographer that they can truly give critiques from the picture.
Oh yeah, because like you said, they're not filtered. And when you get on stage, guys, you're not being filtered or edited. It's just, it is what it is. You either brought it or you didn't. And he's gonna capture that picture, and when you send it to the judges for feedback, guess what? They're gonna see the picture as it is in person,
Right.
as it is in the picture. And if you want true feedback, I suggest you use his pictures because
Right.
they're as close as what real life would be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, so let's jump back a little bit. So you said you've been weight training for 15 years. What got you into weight training? Was it sports or what were you doing that?
Yeah, I've been athletic all my life. I played every sport you can think about, from basketball, football, track and field, baseball,
Oh,
soccer.
time out. There's no way you played basketball. You must have been in a Pee Wee league then.
No, you know, believe it or not, at 5'8", I was able to dunk. Yeah, I had a vertical. I was actually in the track and field. I had the high jumps.
Okay.
I did pogo stick. I did, what is the shot put?
Yeah.
So I was very athletic.
Listen, I believe all that.
I promise you, if we can go to a basketball court, I think I still got it. I mean, my vertical, I think it was like 40-ish.
So if I gave you like 2 minutes to warm up, you could touch the top of that.
Yeah, I probably can.
I move the camera back.
Yeah, let's do it. No, I promise you guys.
No. Because this would be the day where he twists an ankle.
Oh yeah, I know, right? I'm like, damn, I can't pose, you know? I'll be honest, honestly, I don't play sports anymore for that same reason. Because I don't want to get hurt. I'm 32, turning 33. Thank the Lord, I haven't broken anything. I haven't torn anything. I haven't had any surgeries or operations. I'm trying to keep it that way.
As I always say, knock on wood, right?
There you go.
There we go.
So yeah, I played pretty much every sport you can think of. Boxing also, I did wrestling. And after college, I was like, what am I gonna do, you know? But I know I was inspired by Schwarzenegger, you know, all these bodybuilders, Luke Ferrigno, Frank Zane. And growing up, I was like, man, I wanna be a bodybuilder when I get older. But I just didn't think I had the genetics.
Right.
You know, because I had very lean genes. So it was hard for me to put on muscle. And for the fact that I was very active, I would play basketball, I couldn't gain weight. I would eat like 10 Big Macs, large Diet Coke, large fries, and never gain out.
So you just had a really fast metabolism.
So what I had to do is I had to give up the activity of cardio and any sport until I started, weight training at 15 years old. When I was playing high school football, the high school gave us a free membership to the 24-hour fitness gym.
Okay.
So we would go to the 24-hour fitness. I would go to the 24-hour fitness gym after our practice, 3-4 hours.
Right.
And still try to, work on myself, do isolation workouts. And then I saw trainers, training people, and I asked the trainer, I'm like, hey man, like, you guys make decent money? He's like, yeah, we make some pretty good money. And then, it said $60,000 a year,
right,
whatnot. So I was like, I want to be a trainer now. So I became a trainer, made an impact in people's lives, motivating them, inspiring them. And then I entered my first contest, and muscle contest, in 2009. The Excalibur, and I got buried, got like 8th place or something, 10th place, and then came back, strategized different because all I was doing is eating tuna and egg whites, thinking that I was gonna, win a show. So I finally did my research and came back and won first place and got the overall novice.
Oh, nice.
For my second show, so I was kind of like, oh man, this is cool.
Now you had the bug a little bit.
Yeah, I had the bug, and I'm very competitive. I don't like to lose. But over the years,
considering all the sports you did, I can understand.
Over the years, I won some shows and I lost some shows. But what really made me a better person was those losses, because sometimes I just told myself, like, hey, you can't win them all.
Right.
There's somebody that's going to be better than you, and the only thing you can do is keep improving and getting better. So in the past 15 years, that's all I've been doing until Classic Physique came around, and just last year to this year, transitioned to men's physique.
Right.
I landed 2 covers for men's fitness.
Right.
Last year in the pandemic, I was just like, please tell me this is real,
Yeah.
So they put me on the second cover in December because they were really inspired. Because on the one for February, they were really inspired from that interview in the magazine. I forgot to bring you one too. I was like, damn it, I should have brought it.
You'll be back in 10 days.
Yeah, there you go. I can bring it to you then. So in the interview, I had spoken how I wanted to turn IFBB Pro and get into the movie scenes and all that good stuff, which I've been doing, It's just, It's been pretty cool, because a quick story of how the men's fitness came about. When I was 10, 12 years old, my mom and I would go to Thrifties. They're Rite Aids now.
Okay.
Where you buy the ice cream cone. And
Right.
So we go there, she'd buy me ice cream, and I would always go straight to the magazine sections at 10, 12 years old. And I would read up and how to build muscle, and saw these bodybuilders. I was really intrigued by them. And my mom comes from the aisle. Johnny, let's go. I'm like, Mom, can you buy me this magazine? She's like, no, we came here for one thing alone. Let's go. I was like, watch, Mom, when I get older, I'm going to be in one of these magazines. And she's like, yeah, that's good, son. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I was just like, So guys, I didn't know what manifestation was till like up to maybe 6 years ago. I manifested to be in a magazine when I was 10, 12 years old. I'm 32 now. I actually gave my mother both of her copies. I put them in shadow boxes. When I gave her the first copy, she cried. She cried because she felt as a mother that, she should have listened to me. But, it's okay. I mean, that's my mom. I still love her.
Right.
She showed me unconditional love all my life. She still does. My dad is a hard worker. He's an iron worker. I was an iron worker too before I became a trainer. I've been doing iron working for 5 years. Now I don't do iron working.
Right.
I completely quit. I'm actually full-time bodybuilding now. So now I'm bodybuilding full-time. I started a beef jerky business, Swole Beef Jerky, under my nickname, Johnny Swole. Real quick, how I got my nickname. When I was in high school, one of my best buds, we went to rival schools, opposite schools. And he hadn't seen me for like 2 years till we faced off.
Right.
Sophomore year. His name was Anthony. So we're like in the lineup of captains, and he looks at me. I look at him. I say, what's up, Tony? He's like, damn, Johnny, you got swole, fool. So it stuck from then. This is before Joey Swole. I don't know who the heck he was before that. This was like in 2004.
He's a cousin though, right?
Yeah, he's probably a cousin,
Yeah.
long lost cousin. So, yeah, that's how I got my nickname, Johnny Swole, since 2004, from a football buddy of mine. competitor.
Yeah.
And so it's stuck. It's stuck from even the MySpace days. I had Johnny Swole, and now we got Instagram.
You're dating yourself saying MySpace.
Yeah. So good times, man. I mean, guys, it's never too late to dream about what you want to do in life. Give it 100%. Go all out. Never give up. Never quit. That's one thing I didn't do. Even though I was in the national shows for 3 years back
Right.
to back to back, I knew that last year was going to be my year, regardless of the pandemic. It was more of a special year because all these blessings came, and I took them in gratefully and appreciative, and I just said, man, if I can do this on such time like this, how much more can I do when the pandemic is over?
Right.
You know, because gyms were closed. I literally had to work out in my backyard, my elliptical, and Walmart bench press.
I told Johnny, he was like, oh, so this must have been cool during the pandemic. And I'm like, no, my dad kicked us all out.
He's like, everybody get out of here.
It's his gym.
That's right.
He pulled rank.
I don't blame him.
He's like, hey, if you want to take some dumbbells or some things home, but.
Was it
he
mainly
goes,
because of his health issues, concerns, if anything, right?
well,
Like,
I mean,
sure.
he had no concerns at the time. He just said, with his age, he literally said, it's not us he was worried about, it was people we came in contact to, and everything was still new. Nobody really knew anything at that time. And, you know, he was just like, this is my place, and I don't want any germs and stuff. And listen, got to respect that.
Absolutely. I would.
Although what's funny, I didn't get to tell you, is he said he heard from people he hadn't heard from in years.
Yeah.
Calling him.
Can I go to your gym workout?
Yeah, right. And he's like, yeah. When's the last time I heard from you?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, now you want to talk to me, huh?
Right. And he used to tell them, listen, he goes, I kicked out my son and grandkids. What shot do you really have of working out here? Right.
Forget it.
It's like, none of us, we were like, he was like, bye, you know.
I don't blame him. He's the prez. He can
That's it.
say what he wants to say, and if he says no, that means no.
So,
Super.
now listen,
Yeah.
we're going to turn this a whole circle around.
Okay.
So we were talking about Raymond. He joked about yams, but when I told you what yams is,
Yeah.
you're the personification of it. You just said it. You manifested what you wanted to be on that magazine cover.
Yeah.
And what I told you that the YAMS stands for, I think this is Ray. I think this guy, he's going to need some yams right here. Some yams clothing. That's it.
Yeah, man, hook me up, brother.
Yeah. I mean,
love that saying, bro.
in all seriousness, think about what you just said.
Yeah.
You didn't even think about it as you were talking about it. I
No.
could just hear it. But that's exactly what,
The ambition of
It's what-
manifestation, guys.
yeah,
It's
that's what
huge.
Raymond talks about.
It's huge. I believe it solely because, again, when I was 10, 12 years old, I had no idea what the heck that was. All I
Right.
know is that I wanted to be in a magazine and didn't take my eyes from it. I saw myself being in magazines. Believe it or not, actually, a lot of people called me the selfie king. And the reason for it, because I took a lot of selfies, and it wasn't so much because I was like, oh my God, I'm so into myself. It was more the angles. You know, people don't realize that if you're taking pictures of yourself, you got to find the best angles of
Right.
yourself. So a lot of people were like, oh, this guy just takes too much pictures of themselves, but they didn't know what I was up to.
What were you up to?
So it was just kind of, practicing my angles
Right.
and, figuring how to, position myself in certain areas,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would take a lot of pictures of myself, just study myself, study my physique. Over the years, came
Right.
in contact with photographers, and we worked together really well.
Right.
Because the photographer, listens to the model listens to the photographer. It's a great collaboration, great epic pictures that come about, so never feel like you know it all because you can always learn from somebody else. I mean, JM just taught me a lot of history of this gym and photography.
Yeah.
He doesn't shoot automatic, he shoots manual. Who shoots manual nowadays? JM.
That's because I learned in the film age.
That's right, that's right.
Because if you messed up,
You know do-overs.
you were. There's no going back.
There isn't.
There's no Photoshop. There's nothing you could do with that slide or negative film. Only black and white was the only gray area. I know it's good, but gray area. But it is. That's the only one you could mess with. Otherwise, you were.
Screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were screwed, man.
I like censoring better.
How was it taking pictures like 20, 30 years ago, man? Like, to develop the pictures?
The
Like,
cameras were a lot lighter.
Really?
Yes.
I thought they were heavier.
No.
Just like the cell phones, big old, walkie.
The other thing that was heavy is when they made the things where you used to have to buy them and you screwed them on was so that it would be the automatic, so you didn't have to go with your thumb to automatic. Like people don't even know what that is right now.
Got it.
You would have to manually, like I'd be in a contest, take a picture and have to literally turn the thing.
Take notes, guys. Take notes, because school's in session.
All right, so Johnny, you have a jerky company here, right? This is you?
Yes, sir.
What is this?
These are called Swole beef jerky. I have 10 flavors thus far. It's been about a year and a half. I have 8 beef flavors and 2 turkey jerky flavors. My absolute favorite is the Korean barbecue turkey jerky. It is so tasty, soft, tender, seasoned. They're all macro friendly.
Okay.
So this one right here is about 240 calories, and it's because it has 3 ounces.
Okay.
But typically they all have 2.5 ounces. So this one has 125 calories and 22 grams of protein, low sodium, low sugar, low carbs. The reason I made them out to be more macro friendly is for the same reasoning that being a bodybuilder, for bodybuilders, I was looking into kind of like giving people more of a protein option on the go without so much salt in a bag, because usually
Yeah, I know how that is. Yeah.
beef jerky is full of sodium because they want to preserve the life a little longer. So mine are a year for a whole year, but I promise you, once you guys try one, it'll be gone in
Okay,
10
so
seconds.
one thing you had talked about to me before, right here. See what that is? Do you see what that is, kids?
Flossing.
You know how you always get the jerky in your teeth?
Yeah.
Tell us, is that why you did that? No one, I don't see that anywhere.
I did that because,
People are taking this going,
I used to do that.
afterwards, is it gone? Is it gone? Or this, right?
So-
your gums are bleeding from this.
Yeah, so-
God knows where this plastic was. Let's be honest, people. You bought it in a 7-Eleven or GNC.
Or liquor store or something,
Right.
So the reason I came up with the flosser idea, because I did my research, I looked at all the beef jerky companies. Not one have I seen a flosser in it.
Right.
So I said, you know what? If I'm going to be the macro-friendly guy, I want to be the flosser guy in the macro-friendly bag of the beef jerky. So I included a flosser in every bag, and each bag has 2.5 ounces on the beef. Low calories, again, low macros to fit your macros. And you got yourself a flosser, so after you eat the whole bag,
You don't have to use the plastic.
that's right.
You don't have to use the
You
bag.
floss your teeth, So yeah, a lot of my customers are very thankful for that because, if you're out and about, you don't want to have beef jerky all up in your teeth.
Or when you're driving.
Or when you're driving, or taking pictures, a selfie in the car or something. So the flosser was a great idea. A lot of my customers are really appreciative towards it. So again, guys, 10 flavors. I didn't bring them all, but I brought these for JM.
Where did I get them?
You can purchase them online at www.swolejerky.com. And my main phrase is all for the gains.
That's it.
So,
All right, so I'm going to take these off your hands.
these are for you.
And so do you want to give a shout out to anybody while we're standing here?
Yeah, I sure do. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Global Formulas, Train Hard, Demand the Best. They're my supplement sponsor, so they hook me up every month with my supplements, with my bodybuilding career. Amazing company. Lipoxyderm, it's a cream, so that way it gets the fat stubborn completely off you. So it's good stuff, male and female. Also, my Swole beef jerky, of course, Leo Rivet. And last but not least, my coach, Ryan Benson from Zero Gravity. And yeah, thankful to be here. JM, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yes, and
Appreciate it.
you guys will probably see me running around the Pittsburgh Pro with these, or maybe you'll see me flossing, because then you'll know I finished the bag.
And don't feel guilty, guys. Once you eat the bag, because that's the first thing my customers tell me. Oh my God, I ate the whole bag before I got home. I'm like, hey, it's all good. Look at the calorie count. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
It's all for the gains, guys.
It's not yours, it's mine.
Benefit from the protein, guys. Healthy snack alternative, on the go, convenient. Wherever you go, I actually brought a couple of them for myself on this trip because I gotta, head out to California in a couple hours.
All right.
So it comes in handy, guys. Get yours.
All right, so JM Manion,
Johnny Swole.
we're going to see you at the Pittsburgh Pro, and signing out for NPCNewsOnline.com.